A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Simeon. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here we go now. To throw with Simeon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
All right, here we go.
Now Simeon. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Simeon. Escaping the pressure. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Trevor Simeon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. shotgun now for Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
That good for 19 and a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Throwing his car on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Down Simeon. And caught right side, Green. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go!
On second down, Anderson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First down, the run with Lynch. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on first. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. see if they stay on the ground for second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. This one is right down Broadway. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. Launching one for Henderson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Toss play. This is Anderson. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Green, 39! Green!
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And Cook has it left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
They start the drive with Anderson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 50, it's Simeon. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 2nd down, here's Simeon. He'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Now a 1st down throw, Simeon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. throw with Carr. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Shaquille Barrett coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Out to his left. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on 1st down. They got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Anderson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
He's gone over 1,000 yards 5 times in his career, but he's at the 30-year-old mark, and there's a lot of concern about running backs over the age of 30.
5 yards or better per carry in each of his first 8 seasons. Now past 30, we'll see if that trend can continue. They run. Charles. There he goes inside the 30. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's another nice run. And I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Here we go now.
On first down, it's Simeon. Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, here we go.
They'll try the air now with Simeon. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So they're going to go for 2. Now Simeon. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
On play action, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. That's something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punter King to send it away. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go.
Simeon now to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. 3-19. Good. Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, here's Simeon. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Anderson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
We've been to enough practices to recognize what we saw there. That was good coaching, right? Taking care of the football, protecting it, making sure you don't give anything up. But boy, oh boy, that's hard for a lot of quarterbacks to give up on a play, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did the right thing, protect the football, because I think you saw what I saw. There was really nothing downfield.
And nothing downfield. If you try and force it, sometimes you turn a bad play into something way worse, and you can really hurt your team that way.
And his throw is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. First down, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A Raiders first down, Carr hooking up with Cook. They fake the handoff. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. And some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Carl trying again on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need.
C.J. Anderson, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down right there around the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Carr to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Tenth carry now for Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They run it again with Anderson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Simeon. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Hold on. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jamal Charles, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Throw on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Marshall in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, 3rd quarter down in Arizona. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go now. 319.
Now a run with Anderson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Charles getting the handoff from Simeon. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And some room to work. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 36. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Simeon. And caught right side, Green. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go now. Green, 30.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Simeon finding Thomas there to give the Broncos a first down. 90 catches, close to 1,100 yards last year for Thomas. For most guys, that'd be incredible. For Thomas, those numbers his lowest since 2011.
But he does have his old offensive coordinator back, so I'm sure he's expecting to get back to his former levels of play.
From the red zone now, Simeon. Forced out to his left. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Here we go now.
Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. A first throw for the backup Osweiler. Flush to his right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, As a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And Cook has it left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw again. Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shane Ray in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Carr, got to have this one. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shane Ray in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Another toe here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They run. Anderson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Simeon. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And now here come the Raiders. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Throwing again. Carr letting one fly deep for Cooper. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Here's Anderson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to give a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. This is Charles. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Set. Green 39.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Been a long day for you.
From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now. Here's Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
56 is Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the fourth now in Carson. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And this offense on third down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third and goal.
Now let's go. Hut.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Denver, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
you